So, the idea is that you don't need a very long duration to do this. You could, if you have enough skill, you could perhaps go with a duration of 2 seconds, because then it's a bit easier to time things. But I think I'm actually going to go with a duration of just 1, and it's going to be on, has to be on self, because I want to fortify my own enchant skill. I need to give it a git name. I like to, well, I could just call it fortify enchant. And the thing is, I can now choose fortify skill again and choose the same thing again and fortify enchant on self. And 100 points. Duration of 1. And as I add more instances here, my chance of success goes down, but what the heck? I'll just have to cast a couple more times before it actually works, so I'll try this time 3 fortify enchant effects onto the same spell. So this time it's going to fortify enchant by 100 and 100 and 100, so 300 altogether. Still got more than a 50% chance. I can add even more if I want. Magnitude 100, oops, self. Well, that's the 4th one. Yeah, now I drop below 50%, I guess. And it also costs 40 points of magic at the cost. That's more magic than I have, I think. So I'm going to have to turn it down a bit. Well, this I can manage. So I'm going to give him about 330 something enchant skill plus what I already have. And look at the price, 236. Septem's not very expensive actually. So I'm going to buy that, fortify enchant. And I'll just take you out into the courtyard where I thought you'd be able to see a bit better. It's a bit foggy in here today apparently, so maybe we'll try the temple courtyard. Yeah, still kind of foggy. Oh. I'll use the Eye of Night spell then again, and you can... It does work in fog, it gets a bit lighter actually. Okay. So, I now have Fortify Enchant spell going something. Let's see, where is that? Yes, Fortify Enchant. And this is where you have to time a bit, because it only lasts for 1 second, so the idea is that you have to cast a spell and then immediately open up your inventory. So, cast, and I have the inventory open, and you can see enchant skill 328 now. Really? Yeah, 328. Ah, must have made a mistake with the last thing. Oh well, it doesn't matter. More than 300, I mean that's a lot more skill than you could have even if you just increased your skill in the regular way and to the maximum capacity. I mean, you could train it up to 100, but 300 you need magic. So I'll find my little... Here we have it, the common soul gem of the Ash Zombie. Click that onto myself. And yes, I want to make an enchanted item with that soul gem. And what would I like to make it on? I would like to make it, for example, on an expensive ring, perhaps. Maybe I need something a bit more powerful than just an expensive ring. I don't know, we'll see. For the point is, what I noticed was that I've got a ranged frost spell, but I don't have a lot of very powerful ranged fire magic, actually. I only have the Ring of Fireball, which is a standard ring that is pretty crap, really. So I'm gonna make an on-target spell with fire damage. I should stop talking about spells. I'm making an enchantment, not a spell, actually. So magnitude, how strong is this going to be? Well, it needs to be at least on a par with that. Frost version. Yep, that was 35 to 40. And I can set the duration and the area. I like to go with a bit of the area, especially with the ranged spells, because otherwise you just keep missing all the time. 15 feet. Yeah, that means it's going to be a bit weaker actually than the frost spell, but that's okay. It's going to be a slightly weaker spell that you can have an easier time actually hitting stuff with. And so it's going to cost about 15 out of 100 to blast once, so you can use it. Each user is going to use up about 15, and then you have 100 magic in this one, so I'm going to call this the Fire Wind Ring. No, not Fire Winding, Fire Wind Ring. Thank you. And I'll hit create. And you see you successfully created enchanted item, and at the same time your enchant skill increased. I need a quite high skill to be able to make an enchantment that strong, even though it's not really anything amazing at all. But I now have another of these rings that I could actually hotkey, for example. So I've got the Frostwind ring instead of this pretty terrible ring of ice grip. I'm going to hotkey my magic menu item, the ring of fire. Sorry, not the Firewind ring. That's what I call it. Okay. And there it is. Frostwing. No, the Firewind ring, not the Frostwind ring. Frostwind, Firewind. There we have them. Okay. So now basically you know how to make good enough enchantments so that no matter how poor your selection of skills, you can still have a decent fighting chance again, at least against many enemies in the game. I'm not going to mosey around a lot in Mournhold actually, because level 11 is very low really to be spending too much time around here. Nasty set level enemies, lots of places here. So what I am going to do is, I think I'm going to actually go back to the island of Mournfell. I mean, what I need right now is actually a place to sleep. Am I a member of the Imperial Cult? Yes, I am. That means maybe I can actually find a bed that I could use in the Imperial Cult Services area. Up and up, up and up. No beds, just doors to the... Ooh, Berenzia's chambers. This is Queen Berenzia's own chambers, if she's around. Yeah, that she is. No. Don't let sleep in your bed. That will make you very annoyed. Yeah. I think I'm just going to take myself back to the courtyard in the quickest possible way by using a teleport spell, and then head back into the reception area, which I think was over here. Yep. And this Oregonian with the interesting name Efete can take me back to Vardenfell. Oh, yeah, well then, thanks. Bye-bye. know I've got somewhere to sleep around about here, because this takes me to the Imperial Chapels. And since I'm a member of the Imperial Cult, I can sleep in their beds. And there are some beds over here. So I'm going to heal up. Yep, and now I've got another ring. I can basically, you know, keep testing out this character, see how far she can get in levels, I guess. And see if things maybe get more difficult once you get, for example, around about to level 20 or something. I'm gonna try a recall spell to go back to where I was before I started this little tutorial. Oh, keep failing the spell because my mysticism level isn't that good. Finally, here we go. This is going to take me back to an area where I was before. Outside of Vardenfell itself, it's an area in a mod called Havish, and the area's Icehair Island or something like that. Yeah, here we are. So I'm signing off for now, but if you want to follow more of my videos and my adventures in the lands of Havish, or Havish, don't really know how to pronounce it, then you've got to come back for the next video, won't you? See you around.